Good morning. It's June 10th, and this is your daily brief in science. Here's everything you need to know. Over 90 scientists from the National Institutes of Health have taken a stand against the Trump administration's cuts to public health research through a letter known as the Bethesda Declaration. This bold move highlights growing concerns within the NIH regarding the impact of these funding reductions on critical research initiatives. The Bethesda Declaration has also gained support from an additional 250 NIH employees who chose to remain anonymous, fearing retaliation. The dissenting staff members come from all 27 institutes and centers within the NIH, many of whom are involved in evaluating research grants essential for scientific advancement. In response to the criticism, White House spokesman Kush Desai defended the administration's policies, stating that the focus is on restoring scientific integrity and moving away from ideological activism. However, the dissenters hope their unified stance will prompt a reconsideration of the administration's approach to public health research, emphasizing the ethical management of public resources. NIH branch chief Sarah Coburn expressed concerns that the cuts have severely hindered cancer research, forcing her to shift her focus from advancing research to merely preventing its destruction. Lead organizer Jenna Norton stressed the urgency of exposing the detrimental effects of these policies, particularly on studies aimed at improving health outcomes for underrepresented populations. The Trump administration's actions are seen as a direct assault on public health research, characterized by broad funding cuts and the elimination of diversity and inclusion initiatives. With a budget nearing $48 billion, the NIH is the largest public funder of scientific research globally, and these recent controversies have raised serious concerns about its future effectiveness. NIH staff have called on Director Bhattacharya to uphold his commitment to academic freedom and protect scientists who challenge the administration's policies despite the risks involved. The declaration also underscores the risks faced by clinical trial participants who contributed biological samples with the expectation that their involvement would lead to improved health outcomes. Additionally, the Bethesda Declaration challenges a new policy that reduces indirect cost reimbursement rates for universities, which are vital for maintaining essential research infrastructure. A recent study published in JAMA Neurology has unveiled striking regional disparities in dementia rates across the United States, particularly affecting the Southeast and Northwest regions. The research analyzed dementia rates across 10 U.S. regions, using the Mid-Atlantic as a baseline, which reported the lowest rates at 11 cases per 1,000 people. In contrast, the Southeast region exhibited a significantly higher dementia diagnosis rate of 14 cases per 1,000 person-years, marking a 25% increase compared to the Mid-Atlantic. The study also highlighted that residents in the Northwest and Rocky Mountain states face a 23% increased risk, with rates of 13 cases per 1,000. One notable finding is the correlation between lower educational attainment and higher dementia rates, especially in the Southeast. Despite controlling for factors such as age, race, and cardiovascular disease, the regional differences in dementia rates persisted, indicating that other unexplored factors may be at play. The researchers pointed to early life education quality and early signs of cognitive decline as influential factors that may not be reflected in health records but could significantly impact long-term dementia risk. Access to medical care was also identified as a potential contributor, with rural areas facing more challenges than urban locations, leading to higher dementia rates in those communities. Health conditions such as stroke, high blood pressure, diabetes, and obesity were found to be more prevalent in higher-risk regions, potentially increasing dementia risk. Currently, over 6 million Americans are living with dementia, and projections suggest this number could rise to 12.7 million by 2050, driven by an aging population and increasing brain health issues. The researchers plan to further investigate the underlying factors contributing to these regional differences, aiming to improve resource allocation and intervention strategies for vulnerable populations. The study followed over 1.2 million veterans aged 65 and older, examining their health records over an average of 12 years, providing a comprehensive dataset for analysis. Shift Bioscience has made a significant breakthrough in the field of cellular rejuvenation with the identification of a novel single-gene target known as SB000. This discovery has the potential to safely reverse cellular aging without activating pluripotency pathways, which are often linked to tumorigenesis. Current rejuvenation techniques, primarily based on the Yamanaka factors, pose risks of tumor formation, limiting their therapeutic applications. The identification of SB000 represents a major advancement, offering a safer alternative that shows comparable efficacy to the Yamanaka factors. However, it is important to note that these findings are currently in preprint form and will require rigorous peer review to validate the results as research progresses. This discovery not only simplifies vector engineering, but also enhances regulatory compliance, paving the way for its therapeutic development. Shift Bioscience is moving forward with proof-of-concept studies to explore the effects of SB000 across a broader range of disease-relevant cell types and to conduct in vivo rejuvenation studies. Functional tests have indicated that SB000-treated cells maintain normal morphology and display enhanced collagen production, which is crucial for youthful cellular function, unlike OSKM-treated cells that may lose their original characteristics. In various studies, SB000 has shown effective cellular rejuvenation at both the methylome and transcriptome levels without triggering pluripotency, achieving notable reductions in epigenetic age. Dr. Daniel Ives, CEO of Shift Bioscience, emphasized the importance of this milestone, highlighting SB000's potential to control aging and age-related diseases while ensuring safety and efficacy in further testing. The identification of SB000 was made possible through a machine learning-guided screening platform that analyzed 1,500 candidate genes using high-throughput single-cell transcriptomic analysis across a diverse donor pool. Overall, SB000 stands out as a promising target for future therapies aimed at controlling aging and related diseases. A recent systematic review and meta-analysis published in the journal Psychological Bulletin has revealed concerning links between screen time and emotional problems in children. Led by Professor Michael Noetel from Queensland University, this comprehensive study analyzed 117 studies involving over 292,000 children worldwide. The longitudinal nature of these studies provides stronger evidence of a causal relationship between screen time and emotional issues, while also noting that parenting style may influence both factors. The research indicates that excessive screen time is associated with emotional and behavioral issues, potentially creating a cycle where children rely on screens for coping. This phenomenon is referred to as the displacement effect, where time spent on screens detracts from opportunities to develop social skills and engage in physical activities, ultimately hindering emotional resilience. Notably, children experiencing emotional difficulties are more likely to increase their gaming time as a coping strategy, suggesting that gaming may fulfill psychological needs for autonomy and social connection. The type of screen content and the purpose of use significantly influenced outcomes, with gaming showing higher risks compared to educational content. Interestingly, the study emphasizes that not all screen use is harmful. Educational content viewed with parents shows little to no negative effects, indicating that context and content are crucial. However, the majority of studies included in the analysis were conducted in the United States, Canada, Australia, Germany, and the Netherlands, which may limit the diversity of the findings. Many studies relied on parent or self-reported data for screen time, raising concerns about accuracy and complicating the results. The study suggests that merely limiting screen time may not address underlying issues, advocating for a nuanced approach that considers both the quality and context of screen use. Overall, this research stands out as the largest of its kind to examine how screen use and mental health issues influence each other over time, particularly highlighting that children aged 6 to 10 are more susceptible to socio-emotional issues from screen use, with girls being more affected than boys. A recent study published in the Annals of Internal Medicine has revealed a concerning trend. Rates of appendiceal cancer have quadrupled among millennials, especially those born in 1985. This research analyzed 4,858 cases of pathologically confirmed primary appendiceal adenocarcinoma diagnosed between 1975 and 2019, highlighting a significant increase in incidence among younger generations. Historically misclassified alongside colorectal cancer, appendiceal cancer now shows tripling rates for individuals born in 1980 and quadrupling rates for those born in 1985, compared to those born in 1945. Potential environmental factors contributing to this rise include dietary changes, lifestyle shifts, and exposure to microplastics. However, no single cause has been definitively identified. Dr. Andrew T. Chan noted that the increase in ultra-processed food consumption, particularly processed meats and sugary beverages, may be linked to the heightened cancer risk. Healthcare professionals are urged to be vigilant about symptoms of appendiceal cancer, such as bloating and unexplained weight loss, as half of the cases are diagnosed only after the cancer has spread. The study highlights a disproportionate burden of appendix cancer among individuals under 50, with 1 in 3 diagnosed within this age group. This alarming trend is part of a broader increase in various cancers among people under 50, including colorectal, breast, and pancreatic cancers. Diagnosing appendix cancers can be challenging, as they are often detected only after appendicitis when the appendix is removed and examined, complicating early intervention. Experts recommend increased education and awareness among healthcare providers and the public regarding appendiceal adenocarcinomas to improve early diagnosis and treatment outcomes. The study was supported by the Appendix Cancer Pseudomyxoma Peritoni Research Foundation and the National Institutes of Health, underscoring the need for further research into this concerning trend. This has been your daily brief in science. To read more about these stories, follow the links in the episode bio. You can also subscribe to these updates via email at www.brief.news. For more daily podcasts about the topics you love, visit brief.news/podcasts. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be back with everything you need to know.